Oh, okay. We are live from another NBFL playoff game, Season 26 Wildcard round. We've got the number 2 seed Atlatl Flechettes, whatever, versus the number 7 seed Dallas Crowbar. That's OTS's Dwarves, Nelphine's Lizards. You got a Dwarf team that was 7 wins, 7 losses, and the 7th seed, versus Lizards, who were, 8-5-1 with the 2 seed?
Sure, that sounds right.
All right. Well, we're going to assume some things in this matchup.
I think 8-5-1 because it's. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. All right. The experts are picking the Lizards. They've got 14 Scaly Boys. We've got 13 Dwarfs. No inducements, as it's a 2400 versus 2380 game.
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of guard.
Yeah, lots of guard on both teams. You got some good runners for the Dwarfs.
But, it's 6 guard on the Lizards, or do they all have guard? I think it's 6.
1.
Yeah, 6 guard on the Lizards, 7 on the Dwarves.
6, yep.
And we've only got 1 plus strength on the Dwarves. We do have Derek Washington, though, the 6MA 4 edge blocker, who...
Just an absolute stud.
He can do some things, that's for sure.
Yeah, interesting thing here. Jalen Smith gets into the 3rd line here, behind the Slayer. It's weird. Usually the Dwarves try to
keep
protect the Slayers a bit more.
Protected, yeah.
So maybe this will be the target for splits. Let's see.
But the way you're setting up, you're kind of guiding the Lizards to go north a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter what you do. I mean, it's like the offset, I don't know. I mean, it's solid, but it doesn't. Dwarves, I don't think, get most of the benefit from setting up this way because, forcing the Lizards to a sideline, I mean, you're. Great, have all these blockers at the bottom of the pitch. You can't get there.
I mean,
and
they'll get there eventually.
And I mean, also, if you want them to go up, you probably do want the Slayer. I mean, I hate having both Slayers on the pitch, to be honest. I get why he does, but I don't love having both of them on the roster. But that's a different thing.
So this Lizard team has Mighty Blow almost as much as a developed Orc team. So
all right. So why does neither Troll Slayer have Juggernaut? That's the real question we need to answer here.
Because neither of them have been around that long. They both took Stand Firm first.
I mean, Stand Firm first is fine, but guard on the Troll Slayer doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, he only had 6 other guard. He needs more. That's not enough for Dwarves at this TV. You need. I mean, you need 12, ideally, so that you can lose 1 and still have a full 11.
How does that marking? I was going to say OTS 9526. That's a strong skink.
So, do we have a Lonely Wolf, or is everybody picking here the Lizards?
According to my prediction, we've got Lizards in a tight one. I think 2-1 in overtime.
I mean that. Yeah, I mean, I think the Lizards are going to win. This game's fairly straightforward, and as I've mentioned, it's nothing against OTS. I just think this is a really tough draw for him. I think that, obviously Chaos would have been tough due to the removal chances, but I think literally any other matchup besides the Lizards and the Chaos would have been easier, and I think even Chaos would have been somewhat easier, just because there wasn't quite. Well, no, I mean, no, you had 5 guard, I think, so never mind. That's plenty since the Dwarves only have 7.
Me, I guarded up.
But we'll see. I mean, it's definitely not impossible. This is,
So he indeed tried to get his shot on the Slayer, No surprise here.
Didn't work.
And is leaning towards the side the dwarves were guiding them. No skink exposed, so let's see if the dwarves can get a lucky hit. Because they need it.
Yeah, I mean, the lizards here, it's all kind of just about reversing back and forth until you catch a corner. You don't need to advance at all until, turn 5 or even 6. It's you use your superior speed, you make OTS have to move back and forth so his team gets scrambled. You mark some dwarves on the backside when you do decide to go forward. You catch a corner, you run by. It's not too terribly difficult.
He's kind of exposing that runner a little bit.
Oh man, that's early. So he's a target.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure where this one's going.
Damn.
We're probably going to blitz on the bottom Saurus, and then the frenzy block on the top one is my guess.
Yeah, I mean that runner is kind of important.
So the lizard team has everything except Francis, right?
Goes for the 1 die with Dauntless, gets it.
Yep, no frenzy. It's kind of, it has less stand firm than I'd like. A lot less stand firm than I'd like. He has 2, which is okay. I'd prefer 5 at this point. But
it's got fend on that guy for no reason.
Nelphine has bad skill opinions.
Granted, the piling on, that was a draft pick. That came with him. Choosing fend is okay, but probably not on a strength 4 piece that wants to be in contact.
No, it's absolute insanity. It's like he shouldn't. It doesn't make any sense. Stand firm just better.
I had a stand firm Frog Blitzer take 3 straight blocks in the game against LA earlier, and it held up all those players because he couldn't move him. And
it's amazing.
And that helped me so much in that turn in the second half.
Right, it's just, it would be one thing if you had more, but it's not, a huge deal. That's the thing, right? It's definitely not a dead skill. It's a skill you can use. I don't think it's the best skill, but that, you don't have to always take the best skills. I like Hail Mary Pass, so is there any justification for that? Yes.
Maybe.
Is that not right? Probably not.
Maybe I could have used that today.
Please move Jalen's.
Oh yeah, you didn't take it, did you?
No, I took dodge. I skipped it, took dodge.
I should have noticed that and rooted for you to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I messed up.
I did myself little favors on offense. Maybe my new plan should just be drop back with Hail Mary Pass and chuck that shit deep every single time, because my current plan was not working well.
Well, this was a weird grab. He stayed.
You're right. Well, you could have won me the game. You never know.
But yeah, you can already see here, right? It's, okay, he kind of just a little bit towards one direction, and now the dwarves come that way, and it's if the lizards want to flip back around, they easily can. That doesn't look like it's what they're going to do.
All right, so we're blitzing with Cornelius Bennett hitting the runner and then piling on for added insult to injury. And then we're taking all of our skinks and double marking Jalen Smith and blocking him with the skink and taking him down too, adding insult to more injury.
Nothing. Look at those dwarves.
So after Dallas upsets the Flechettes today, we're gonna stop making fun of the NFC least, right?
Have we been making fun of the NFC least?
I think someone mentioned it sometime in the last week, how just the division was.
Yeah, I might have talked about it during this game, your game. But yeah, maybe, I don't know.
I think we just need to drop the lowest performing coach. He was so horrible this season. I don't know what he was thinking, switching to Wood Elves and then just absolutely face planting. It was embarrassing.
Was it Gark?
It was Gark. Hi, Gark. We love you.
So those frogs were the winners of Gark's division?
Yes.
4, 8, and 2.
Damn. Okay.
Oh.
Minnow pays really good attention to this league, doesn't he?
What was your record this season, Guard?
Bad. But he killed my tree, so it couldn't have been that bad.
Failed dodge there, but can't get hit.
Yeah, but you kind of see already, right? Like, okay, now what do the dwarves do? Do they deal with these 3 swords up top and kind of just, give up all this space at the bottom? Or do they try to readjust, but then have some of their guys stranded up top and give it a pretty easy reverse backwards? This is why the matchup's hard, is it's just like you have to commit guys to get blocks down, but you're so much slower that just leaves your guys on islands.
So OTS should drop the dwarves, and we should make the NFC elf, is what you're saying.
I mean, we have no, that's lame.
Yeah, look, OTS already played the superior dwarf race, right? He was a dwarf once.
Yeah, he made a Super Bowl as well.
He almost won that one.
Yeah, he played JR in the Super Bowl. I don't remember if that one went to overtime or not. I think it did.
And JR got this weird turnaround at some point. It was tough spot JR was in. So yeah, he almost got it done with dwarves.
Yeah, but no one likes those guys. Going skink on him.
Sniping the skink.
I mean, that's cool, except he doesn't have Mighty Blow.
Yeah,
which wouldn't have mattered there, but
yeah, this is already. I mean, that is an interesting position for a dwarf. The stun's nice. That dwarf's super mobile, so you do have to kind of think about it some on where you go, right? He can't keep himself kind of like this, where there we go.
Don't need Dauntless if you roll pals.
Fend, yeah, okay.
And then you have guard on the other one, so you can get a 2-die on both other Sora.
But you get 2-die on both, yeah, nice.
Yeah, who was saying that taking guard on Troll Slayers didn't make sense?
Me. Yeah, both teams a little passive so far.
Yeah, lots of pushes. I wouldn't stand firm here. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's better to not be, but
there's a real lack of stand firm, as Bassa said. Those Soros are getting pushed around.
And we got stun.
Nice, stun. Okay.
No piling on though. Not just a skill.
It's early in the turn.
And? You can't get a turnover using piling on, can you? Well, OTS made it trickier than expected in this turn already. What do you do with your skinks now when Derek is hunting them in the backfield?
I mean, you're gonna need to get one knockdown. Well, it looks like he's gonna come back up this way, which is also fine, I guess. But you could pretty easily make a decent cage down towards the bottom with literally a single knockdown. That being said, with those 3 being stand firm, I mean, if you don't get the knockdown, it doesn't do a ton. Ooh, I don't know about this.
Also, you should move the ball before you do any blocks, just in case.
Yeah, there's trouble. I mean, this Derek. Wow. I mean,
I think you gotta go all the way back into your end zone.
Yeah. Because on the other side, Easy is waiting. Oh man!
Yeah,
now you need to protect against Easy.
He's gonna break tack. No, he's not. Okay.
But this is fucked. This is interesting.
Who's coaching this team on offense? Is it me?
Yeah. I believe we have 2 coaches here who gave up hits on the ball in their last playoff game.
Yeah.
But And we probably have a third who will do so tomorrow. But
correct me if I'm wrong, but the runner up top is not only strength 4,
Yeah.
not only agility 4,
he
but
has
also
tackle.
has block
He has
and tackle.
yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm,
this is a blitz on the ball, and this could really get interesting here.
I mean, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, all he had to do was break tackle with the Crocs. Oh, he doesn't have break tackle on the Crocs. Never mind.
Nope.
That's the other massive Crocs that has break tackle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean-
still like an amazing Croxagore. He's probably
Yeah.
arguably the best big in the league, and we just never talk about him.
I mean, I think he probably just is because Crocs are already great, and
That's
he's
true.
like about as good as a Crocs is going to be. But yeah, I mean, this is I recommend keeping the ball, making it so that your opponent needs to roll more than a 2+ to get 2 die on the ball. I think is normally good policy.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
could have really used that earlier today.
And I think, I mean, I don't know if he's just not seeing that how easy this is, but like he could not have made this easier.
2 plus 2D is a gift.
Is it more weird that it's taken OTS a minute to hit the ball?
No, I mean dwarves are methodical, right? So like it makes sense that their coach would be as well.
That's not the word I would use, but
Yeah, I mean there is a tremendous amount of anti-dwarf bias,
Okay,
In the
here we
street.
go.
and I'm not here for it.
what are you here for then?
Anti-chaos and Nurgle bias.
All right, that's fair.
What?
I mean,
There's
look,
our
everyone
tactic.
knows that the claw teams are what people play who,
Our graded Blood Bowl.
who like to make me sad.
We've got a comment in the Twitch chat says he's really Nelphining it up in the playoffs.
This is evil.
I can't say anything. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch that film from that game earlier, like 8 times during the off season, and I'm gonna
Who made
throw
this
up at
comment?
least twice.
Sounds like something I'd do. Anyway, even with the sack, though, like it's not that bad of a position because
Depends on his blocker. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean you could dodge
He
in
did
there with
break
your
arm.
agility 4 blocker and just take the ball.
yeah,
3+,
do
3+.
dodge again.
What,
Nah.
it's just a 3?
But yeah, I mean, not if he broke arm on Chris, this would be kind of a disaster, like very, very early. But because he didn't, this is fairly easy to take care of.
Yeah, just roll 6s with Buddha and get in there and get the ball and get out again.
I mean, you mean roll 2s? All you have to do is blitz one of the 2 marking, and then just roll 2s, and you're good.
People try to remove both. It's like a reflex. But this is a weird angle.
Maybe this is
The wrong one.
maybe this is a trap the entire time to get hit on the dwarf runner, but sadly didn't.
I mean,
Not
based
don't
on
do
the first turn, I'm not sure a trap was needed, considering it was just like exposed right away.
That's fair.
Wall going to pile on. Not sure that that's what I'd do, but hey.
I mean, only
But
one
yeah.
of you two is in the playoffs, so I think I know who I trust more.
I don't know, man. I have an anti-attrition bias. I'm not sure that I trust me when it comes to that kind of thing. Yeah, so he's going to block both.
You need one more assist, don't you?
Mm,
Oh no,
No.
sorry, that's the one
Strength
stat
4.
increase he doesn't have.
No, he doesn't have AV either.
Huh? I mean, that's true. But I've almost like never seen plus AV in this rule set. Now, Blood Bowl 2020, I'm thinking about it.
armor breaks.
Couple of armor breaks is nice. This should give the lizards a little bit more mobility next turn. Now you're going to go and stick this guy on the Crocs. I won't even bother blocking with the Crocs. Keep that tackle zone. Hold
On
both the
both of them.
blitzer
Yeah.
and that blocker. Pick up the ball. And you can you can just kind of go back into this pocket, like right where he was last turn. Now he's not like super hittable there. Although, I mean, he's a, yeah, now you can stay there.
Up one? Well,
Not
Yeah,
stay
that's a
there.
good
come around from the top. Yeah, probably right there's fine.
Yeah, but now you can't activate the Crocs.
Nope.
which like you shouldn't have done anyway. So that's chill. Yeah. So like I mean, turn 3 may have not been the greatest I've ever seen, but the recovery was just fine.
So late in overtime, when I basically had very few options and opened my turn with like a croc splits, were you like a fan of that, getting it on the guys next to the ball?
Minnow wanted you to do a croc splits and then 2 GFIs with the crocs next to the ball. Okay. And I was like, no. But like I did type right before you did it that a croc splits was fine. It made sense to get him on those 3 players, I thought.
Yeah.
I also thought that you should just try the pickup with Edge 4 and then dodge away.
In like 2 tackle zones?
Yeah. Roll 4+.
You could get rid of one with the Croxigor at some point. If you blitz with the
yeah, that was a different turn, Minnow.
Yeah, that's a different
There's
one.
so many what ifs for that game. It's not worth thinking about all the hypotheticals. Neither team rolling good block dice so far, really.
No, both are just kind of playing a little bit of patty cake. I mean, we've got a couple stuns.
True.
Yeah, Saurus are blocking better overall, just no removal.
Oh, long distance blitz. Are we getting a shot on the... Never mind.
No.
Could he make to the ball? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No.
Yes, he would have had to go through some area, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's...
It would have been a good
probably
move,
not worth doing.
Yeah.
You can just run it down one side if you want to, but you don't even have to. As a list.
Classic dwarfs, late in the turn, just clicking on everyone, seeing if you have a 1-die block somewhere. God, I hate dwarfs.
Why you
so
need
much.
Dauntless, right?
Really, this anti-dwarf slander. I'm just like, it's not what we need. It's not like dwarves do great in either of the NCBB or NBFL. So I don't know why everyone hates them so much.
Because I don't enjoy my games against them. You don't
I
play them twice a season.
Piling on territory now, right?
I would be happy to.
It's true. I mean, in your eyes, that's 2 wins. But
I mean, actually, like that's a horrible matchup for Wood Elves.
True.
That's like really bad for Wood Elves. I did beat OTS this season though, so hey.
I mean, you beat quite a few teams.
9. Well, hold on. No, 9. I did not beat any of my division mates twice. I beat them all once. So 9.
Still good.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I find games against dwarves fun. Personally. But hey. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of the issue, kind of what I was saying. You run around back and forth until you get corner. He did it in a little bit of a non-traditional way.
You mean like letting your ball carrier get hit?
Yeah. But, you know, like even then, right, even with the opposing coach making an error like that, it's like still the dwarves are in a little bit of trouble. Big removal, obviously. And now we're going to get hit on the other runner as well.
Watch him get bopped on the
second removal.
Okay.
Stun.
Thick Skull coming in. I remember watching that replay from last night where Thick Skull literally procced 6 to 7 times.
6 or 7 times. It was insanity.
I mean, it was probably just...
Minnow got so many removals on top of it, too.
Yeah.
Especially in the first half. It was like... But it was crazy. There was actually
12
point in the first half I was thinking, man, is it like too many? Like, would you rather just get your KOs back and not risk them getting cast by Minnow's next claw block?
I think in the first half, yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously in the second half you don't want to remove because like you had to do stuff. I don't get that follow. And by I don't
all.
Yeah, I mean all you like.
I'm not sure it matters.
I mean it does. Not like as in it's just you kind of had him completely locked down and now like yeah, you probably have him locked down. But like he does now have some guys he can free next turn and move and
he gets actually a 2D on a Soros.
One's 0 movement. One's 1. Okay, he's got 3 movement. One's 4 movement. Like I'm not that worried about this trifecta of dwarves being free.
Yeah, but like they could not be. Right?
That's fair.
You know, I mean the guy you're marking is like behind the play. So I don't know.
Yeah, but Derek Washington's a stud. So just standing over him triumphantly after you blocked him down, it's about sending a message.
I remember how pissed Asti was when that draft pick was made. When Derek Washington was picked by the Dwarves the pick before him.
I was going to say, because Asti was going to take him. Not because he needed to. And apparently it's a good thing that he didn't.
Yeah, but no, it made, that player made so much sense as a Norse lineup.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, yeah, I do hate fun. I don't see what's wrong with that.
And he opens the turn with the GFI, and then he double skulls. Oof. He quad skulls!
Quad skulls!
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Well,
this is actually...
We were supposed to bring balance to the fours. Come on.
I mean, the half is pretty much over anyways, but...
Kark, not yet. I won't call it.
That's alright. OTS saving his good dice for when it matters.
I mean, now it's now you can just, I guess, try to chase removals. I don't. Ooh, I don't know about that one.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean,
sidestepping dwarf.
We all know Nelphine's got a weird marking system, so.
Yeah, and it obviously works very well.
His regular season record suggests so.
It does.
I was very excited about a new team joining that division, the NFC South, and being the new chief rival for them. And they looked good early, and they beat them, I think, head-to-head early.
Who are we talking about?
And then WOG completely just fell apart late in the year.
Okay, I was trying to figure out if you're talking about WOG or Arcanian. I figured it was probably WOG. I figured you were probably talking shit to him through the computer.
I honestly forgot Arcanian was in this league for most of last season.
Yeah.
I usually talked to him a decent amount, and we never really chatted. I didn't play him. I didn't see many of his games. His team was god-awful, so I don't have to think about him in the standings.
I mean, he was really, actually got pretty close.
To?
The playoffs. He was, maybe a win away. Maybe it was 2.
Warpstone Bay? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, they had a good season.
I want to see a foul now.
I thought his team was, ass the whole time.
I mean,
the rosters. Yeah, the rosters.
I mean, he went 5-2-7. So, it's not that he was great, but, he was 8 VP behind OTS. So he was, in the playoff race up until the last day.
Last week. Okay.
If he fouls, he wins.
What?
Oh, look, that rat ogre he took a minus MA as a perm. What a shame.
Oh, did it? That sucks.
And it had 1 casualty the entire season? God damn.
It only played 9 games. Although, I mean, the team only played
11, yeah.
You're like Mexican American football commentators. This game bores a little bit, and now we're all over the place.
What do you want us to talk about? I promised WOG in the NCBB chat that this game would get boring, and I said it would because dwarfs are playing. That we discuss whether or not humans are good, and clearly everyone who's good at this game knows that humans are good. Only if you make them good.
Nah, humans suck, man. I hate you.
All right, well now we got 4 turns.
I mean, that's not true. I actually want humans to use a NAF from tabletop. I'm getting them from somebody in theory. If I ever send them some Imperial Nobles.
WOG states again and again that he hates humans so much. So.
Well, he had a really bad experience after he listened to some people who obviously did not have his best interest in heart by telling him the typical advice of to start out playing humans, even though that makes no sense. Because they are soul-crushing.
So is watching dwarves play.
No, watching dwarves play... I mean, right now it is, because nothing can happen.
Right.
But, when there's nothing better than, a dwarf mirror where all 22 players are in, a 6x6 part of the pitch. That is literally peak Blood Bowl. It is incredibly interesting to watch.
You mean when they click to activate all their players and check their blocks real quick for the first 2 minutes?
Ideally, they can look and read their skills and know. That's really what you're hoping to see.
Yeah, miss next game.
Gotta happen. 100%. 100%. I mean, you need miss next games are basically perms. I mean, obviously they're not, but if your goal is to win the title. And there's nothing to think about here. You just
Do
throw
it.
that out.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh no.
oh,
We are all on the side of the dwarves now, because that is a mistake.
yes, OTS, OTS.
All right. So just
Oh!
looking ahead a little bit, assuming this game holds to form and the Lizards emerge victorious, they're the 2 seed.
They play
So
Minnow.
he'll play Minnow,
What?
and then Gru would play.
The other winner.
I like lizards when they are down Sauruses.
Oh yeah, especially against Claw. I mean, I guess he might be thinking, hey, if I win, I have Minnow, and I can just take Anki, and then like I'm back up to 6.
Uh-huh.
I think he's pretty damn solid, yeah.
Easy
But,
peasy.
like,
yeah.
Not as good as old Slib, but apparently
Yeah, no,
Lizards
Slib
can't get
is good.
Slib anymore for some fucking reason.
Well, because they had like 2 of the best stars in the game.
I'm not complaining.
You know. I mean, I am. Like, I liked when they had the best stars.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not complaining as a loser coach about having the best stars, because Slibley is just S tier.
Silly Billy.
Sure.
So if the lizards win, Gru gets Stim.
Yes. And
Alright.
if the dwarves win, you get Stem.
Okay,
Yeah, Gru,
I'm for the
as the
lizards.
1 seed, gets the lowest seed remaining.
Look at that. Mino has now changed his rooting allegiance. Because he doesn't want to play Stem because he's scared.
I did burn one of his players for you, though. I think it was just a dirty player, but that's one less thing you have to worry about.
I mean, you faced them 2 to 3 times a season. You know what I'm talking about. It's tough.
I played him
Yeah, you
like
should.
two to three turns in. I was like, oh my god, how do I do this?
Yeah. I mean, ideally, those dwarves inflict 1 or 2 more, and the lizards win. Perfect scenario.
I mean that actually feels like a pretty likely possibility. I mean, like that's the. I mean, this is once again back to the problem for dwarves. Like, even if they have like a perfect second half, if they lose the toss,
Yes.
there's only so much they can do. They're like, right? Like if you go to overtime, I mean now, oh my god, look at that. Things are rolling all of a sudden for the dwarves. They KO rolls are all of a sudden looking massive.
2 shots at it though.
Can you get the 1D and the crux? Let's.
Yeah, but if even one of them doesn't come back, I mean that basically means we're probably going to overtime.
Poor OTS.
I mean, if he piled on the KO, that would have been something.
Because you can un-KO the person, right?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
but
cannot
reroll
turn
spent
back
for
into
the-
a stun.
For the power, he spent it already. So.
And yeah, I mean, he's going to get more hits to start the second half. This is like the one thing about. I will point out, Nelphine did buy an extra reroll. I don't know if you noticed that, XCon.
Okay, I was wondering why I didn't get inducements. I knew he was lower coming in.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm glad he finally wised up.
Yeah, so he went 14 players and 4 rerolls. I mean, he's actually like talking to me. He was like, "Yeah, I mean, for the playoffs, he agreed, but he just thought for the regular season it didn't make sense." And I mean, his record says, maybe he's right. The 29 coaches in the league obviously think he's wrong. But hey,
Granted, he has not needed a single reroll this half, so maybe he doesn't even need any. Well, there's one.
Oh.
Piling on the Slayer.
Well, blocking.
Also, yeah, we're throwing blocks.
Like, don't you throw the block with the other one first?
Probably. Unless he had guards, so you couldn't get the 2D. Yeah, you couldn't.
Yeah, so now, second half, hopefully the game gets back to being interesting. This was, I mean...
Oh god, is he croc splitzing? Okay. Oh my god, he's just tempting the gods. And gets both Sorai back. So,
both back, so that's
just
fine.
put 3 random skinks on the line.
Absolutely no. No, you gotta put
Oh
Sorai on the
no,
line
it's not Clombers. So.
here. Yeah.
But you saw what he did on turn like 6 and 7. Like he's gonna get.
Yeah, you just decide that's not gonna happen again, and you're fine.
If you put the skinks there, you risk to be outnumbered, and it
I
can
hate
go
this.
downwards. It can go so fast downwards.
Like,
It's 3 goblins, man. I mean,
I'm not even sure this is 100% worth it against Claw. Which that might be a bit more of a hot take, but
I mean, due to the stunty, it's just 2.
I mean, I've found myself in situations where I've done this and then like fully regretted it immediately. It's a little different. I mean, I guess I usually kick to start the game, and most of the times when I've done this have been like short drives, which I definitely regretted because I didn't have the mobility. But like here, I mean, it's right. Like if he gets even
one's getting badly hurt, one's getting KO'd, he's going to come back for the second half, guaranteed.
I mean, but like every removal matters, right? Like if this goes to overtime, every removal matters. Like your loss condition is both going to overtime, and you having like 9 or less for overtime.
Hey, and with a quick snap, they can either
he
try
does
one
have
turn
a movement 9
or blitz a
like,
skink.
Movement
I mean,
9
they can try
essentially.
I mean, they can just straight up try a 1 turn. Period. Like
yeah.
Because Chad Henney has sprint, right? So he's like effectively MA7, and MA7 is doable. That being said, like
you have Frenzy, and there are a bunch of Strength 2 players online for some reason. Who decided that was a good idea?
I probably wouldn't try the 1 turn as OTS because again, like your chances of it working so low. I mean, okay, I'd probably try it, but that would be wrong.
What are the negatives outside of him like falling and tripping and knocking himself out?
Because it takes so many players to do it that you're not going to be able to like actually hit the skinks, and that you have a much likelier win condition through hitting a couple removals here than you do on your like 7% 1 turn or whatever it is.
And that's why no one likes dwarves. It's like, oh, we could do the 1 turn and give ourselves a chance, but we're just gonna bonk stuff on the head because we're ooga booga. That's how intelligent they are.
Oh, that's Warface.
Three die blocks, let's go.
Think about themselves like some sort of advanced civilization.
1.
There's a KO.
They're a bunch of Neanderthals.
Two.
Another KO.
Guaranteed to come back.
Blitz was piling on. Well, no pile on here. Badly hurt.
Okay, that's close to what he was looking for.
So that's 2 out for the game. So we have max of 12. Most likely going to have 11, though. Pleated pass. That's a skill. Jalen Smith going to be able to take something that actually makes him useful.
Guard.
So 1 back. So, yep, we got 11, but that's fine. If you're the dwarves, you're trying to take 8 turns. You're hoping to get another pass or 2. You're hoping to win the toss. Up min, and then you can win.
So wait, if he puts skinks on the line now, he's asking for a loss in overtime, right?
Yeah, there's no way you put him on the line now.
That's what he was asking for by doing it last turn.
Yeah.
If he does it now.
But what if you lose a single Saurus and he doesn't come back for the second half?
I mean, it happens, right? But what's more likely? Like, I mean, it's the playoffs. Why are you playing scared? If you get knocked out because all your Saurus get killed, like, well, shit, that sucks. I mean,
well, maybe people are scared of your critics, Pasa. Maybe it hurts.
I mean, that's fine. Trust me. I hurt myself when I criticize myself every game.
Yeah, you're good at self-whipping like Nelphine, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like I don't say this stuff to myself. Like, I remember when I did this, when I put 3 skinks on last scrimmage, just a major, I was playing Chaos. I scored in turn 6, maybe? And I put the 3 skinks, and literally I was like, oh, I just fucked up bad. Because it was like, not only did he remove them, and then I was like down for the rest of the game. It was like, wait, I got no players who can react. So now it's 1-1 at the half, and I'm kicking to them, and I fucked up worse later because I did a half die blitz on the ball to push him in and get myself 3 turns, but then I stood my score or 1 score out of scoring range with 2 turns left after that, and it was like, fuck, I can't reach now. But yeah, anyway, it's like I don't know. I mean, I get it because like I get, I definitely get frustrated by like what I feel like dicey results and source removals are them. So I get like trying to remove them from the equation.
Here. You see, those dwarves are going in with 13 guys.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really a short bench. Anything that goes wrong, I mean, those dwarves just are even worse when outnumbered.
But again, like dwarves, that's not like killer in most of, unless the opponent has claw.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not that way. Like you're AV9, you got block on everyone, you got thick skull, right? I mean, he literally played what? He played Go Trick, and then who has claw, and then he played Dash, who has one claw, and that was it. That's all the claw he played this season. So his divisions: Wood Elves, High Elves, and Slan. So it's not like you need a deep bench against those teams.
I mean, still, you give not claw-heavy teams still a way to win by.
Yeah, but like if he has
flipping one or two dwarves.
If he has two more players, right? Like that's 140 TV, right? And so now you might be giving Slan or High Elves or Wood Elves a wizard, and that's much worse. Now, like if he plays, say, you in the playoffs, he needs to buy himself a deeper bench.
I mean, this is a team with 7 mighty blows, so it's
a
gamble at this point.
I mean, but don't play scared,
But scared of the wizard, scared of the removal. I mean,
I'm scared of everything when I play Blood Bowl.
I mean, here's the thing. I think that, as I said, I think he was behind to begin with. But I think if you're giving up a wizard against 9 MA Edge 5 Skink, then like all of a sudden you have like very little path to victory. Like even if you remove all of the lizards, like that thing can pick up any successful wizard anytime. So like I don't know. I mean, I think 13's fine for this game. I think that I wouldn't hate seeing him move to 14 if he manages to win and play Gru, because Gru's bigger than him anyway, and it's not like dwarves really get good inducements. Although what I'd really like to see him do is induce some bribes and a dirty player merc if he wins this. I think that that's the way to go if you have a lot of inducements as dwarves, and just try to foul out Gru. Because I do think that's like your best path to get is attrition.
Fouling's not my thing, but that's the exact plan I used late in the season against Gru, and I managed to win that game. So I would second that recommendation.
We don't even have to ask him to know how he feels. He's all in on that, as we know. And yeah, I mean, so like again, we were talking about like, okay, what do you put on the line of scrimmage? I mean, look at how many line of scrimmage blocks we're getting here. Obviously, like on turn 8, he would have got all of them. He would have figured out how. But like you're only giving up 2, so putting the skinks on this turn would have been like 100% insane. I like understand the thought on turn 8. I don't agree with it. I think that I mean, it's something I didn't do all that much, like in CRP when I was only running 12. I do it every once in a while, and normally I didn't think it was.
Oh, come on. God. This is why I hate dwarves. Like, take all the other shit out, but this -2 die, 1 die bullshit. Ugh.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, this was a blitz like from the Nico school of Blood Bowl.
Like, it's just a bad blitz.
It's a bad blitz.
And then he doesn't get punished for it.
Wait, are you saying frenzy trapping yourself's bad?
Yeah, it's usually.
It's not recommended.
Yeah, no, I don't love that either. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, dwarves are real good. I do understand why people don't like dwarves. It's just like when I see someone like Purple Chest play dwarves, it's just so impressive.
I mean, I understand the good positioning required to make dwarves competitive at high levels. It's just the shit where, I'm a very conservative coach. Like, I don't like doing a 3+ pickup unless I have sure hands, or a 3+ dodge without dodge.
Yeah,
and when people do negative 2 die blocks and 1 die blocks, which is a low percentage move, and that shit works half the time when they're dwarves, it just infuriates me.
I mean, how low percentage is a 1 die block?
If it's not 100%, it's a low percentage to me.
It's a pretty good move for 1D block.
A half die block, it's not that low if you have block and they don't.
I know. But even if they both have block and they still do that shit, it's just... It's lower than my risk tolerance allows, and they can do it with more abandon than I like. So,
like, I hate that block 100%.
Yeah, he committed skinks where he shouldn't stand around later on, but let's see.
But where's Buda? Yeah, you got to protect him, don't you? Oh wait, what the hell, Nelphine? Why did Nelphine not have? Did Nelphine have an Edge 4 skink on the bench for his offense?
Roddy White, probably.
Yeah. God. Okay. Okay.
Thick skull.
I can kind of understand leaving him on the bench on defense, but I don't get it. He has told me that one of the reasons he doesn't like having good ghouls is because he doesn't like having to protect a player. Which, whatever.
If you can't protect 3 players in your drive, like, what are you doing?
But, yeah, I don't know. What was I gonna say? Where was I going with this, guys? Can y'all help me?
Something about ghouls and agility players and keeping them on the bench. I don't remember. Before that.
Okay. You were talking about like dwarves. No, I agree. Like I think a big reason why a lot of people don't like dwarves is they're like the definition kind of like easy to learn, difficult to master. And so like there's a lot of coaches who play dwarves who are just like not very good at Blood Bowl and win games, right? Because as you're saying, you can get away with throwing bad 1 dice and bad half dice and all that, and it can work out just fine. But I do think that like to play them well in like an environment like this, it's usually like a joy to watch because it takes a lot. I mean, this is the second dwarf team we've had make the playoffs in the last how many seasons? 15?
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
There's also been a low number of dwarf teams.
There's been at least like 6 since I've joined.
Really?
I mean,
Thoralf ran one for a while.
There's Thoralf, there's Pentalark, there was...
I don't remember Pentalark, too.
Bullroar, who did make the playoffs once. There was another dwarf coach when I had joined who was not great.
I just remember the one in Washington for a long time with a really good, like, 4-4 runner. Dollar Bill.
Yeah, that's probably like
from
like 17 years ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point is like Bullroar made it once. He made it in his first season. He had 2 Edge 4 runners he leaned on, which I quite liked.
This is bad now because he didn't move Jalen Smith before trying a 4+ Dauntless.
See, this is the shit that drives me crazy.
Yeah. But he really should have moved Jalen Smith first. He would be so out of
he's not doing
right now.
Much back there.
Nelphine. Stop that.
It would even be a 2D on the ball if the double go for it if you failed that.
Yeah, he definitely needed to lock that down.
Fucked up Jalen Smith.
Yannick is, like you're saying, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's 8.
It's perfect. It's still perfect.
There is a blitz on the ball now.
Yeah, he doesn't see it. I feel like there's been a lot of that in these playoffs. I mean, XCon definitely saw the one for him. But like I didn't see either of them in your game, Minnow, either in the first or second half.
And neither.
Yeah, so neither. I was like, man, I'm doing an awful job here. I'm not seeing anything.
I remember watching that. Yeah.
It was hard doing like the commentary by myself. It felt like I had to talk the whole time, and so I couldn't like take a time to really look at the board, right? Even though I've done it before, I've done it some on Blood Bowl too, but that's a little easier because I can see the skills, so I don't have to like check things the whole time. But yeah, I mean, this seems like an obvious one to take, you know.
Here we go. Oh no!
Oh my God! It was a trap.
Man. It was a trap. We didn't know.
You got Apple this one.
Oh man. Oh.
I mean, you should let it go and just get rid of him because he has fend, but... Oh no! Oh God.
The next game.
I'm starting to think I might have cursed Nelphine.
I'm starting to think he's just cursed in playoff type formats.
Yeah, and that was this one's particularly brutal, right? Because like
playoffs.
That's
really.
the right play, and he just gets
this was
absolutely screwed. And
Yeah,
then
and
the
that's one of those
apothecary
things where like sometimes it's okay to give up a shot on your ball, and like I can kind of think if you're OTS, like I could see a reason why you do that here, but like not against an Edge 5 skink, right?
Yeah.
But like definitely worked out.
Do you think?
You know what they say? Sometimes better be
Now
lucky than
that he
good.
misplaced Jalen Smith, and
Yeah, I mean it was so easy to take away too, right? But yeah, now he's gonna get a couple of skinks hit. We might even we could see Budicris blitz, but I think that would be a little bit too much of a commitment. Yeah, if I'm Nelphine, I think you got to give up on the drive.
damn. Oh man, Nelphine, you need to pull through this.
That was brutal.
Yeah, it could get. It could. I mean, like right now, like he's looking at most at 10 now in the second half.
God, his skink as wrestle. Nice.
I think that was one of his late round draft picks. Nope, that's just a random boy.
Yep, just a player.
Garrett Gilbert's the one who's a late round draft pick. And Astaflix absolutely tried to torch him for that pick. And we're just sitting here like, bro, it's just a decent skink. Sure, it's costly, but what else are you getting at pick 63 or whatever?
Asti just likes his opinions, man.
I think we all do, but
We all like Asti's opinions.
no, other way around. He likes his opinions.
Oh man.
See, I mean that one's not as bad
No,
because like the
because
ball's not
Dallas
hittable.
and everything. I mean,
Well, and the ball's just like straight up not hittable.
well,
That's the bigger thing.
it was.
Not that time.
So the blitz goes to the 84 skink or Cornelius Bennett?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that you need to. I don't know that you really have like a good blitz here.
Just curl over the top and hit the skink, I guess.
You definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just spread out here and stay where you are. At this point, it's again like this isn't. There's not the most to discuss here. I think like if you're Nelphine, you want kind of OTS to push up a little bit too much, and then maybe you can push him up against the sideline and make him score like a turn or two early.
Mm-hmm.
But this is quickly turning into a game that's kind of up to the toss. I mean the two Saurus casualties, and that's rough, 100%. Especially like one on a failed go for it. Apo fail.
Yeah, that's reserved for like gutter runners and stuff, not Saurus.
Nah, it doesn't need to happen to gutter runners either.
Why, you planning on switching?
No, but I'm playing them in NCBB.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a little bit spicy.
It's still fine. Cover up well.
You gotta tag this guy with somebody.
I mean, that's the one break tackle, though. I mean, you got the guard, right? So, like, but, I mean, you can do some things
You
here.
can get the 1D maybe.
I mean, you could dodge out and put the Edge 4 next to the sideline to do an assist, potentially.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm imagining that. Oh, wow.
Man, he's really lucky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean,
So
can you get Garrett Gilbert over there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
5,
yeah, you
6.
can't you?
Yeah, I mean, you might have to go through some tackle zones.
I think it's 1 GFI. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I mean, it's 2 GFIs, or you do a dodge and a GFI.
What's the timeout rule in the league right now?
You need to warden first.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's a 2+2+2+2+. 2+ for 2 die. So 4 2+s for 2 die on the ball. You can push towards the sideline, and then you have Budacris to do Budacris things.
Are you thinking about taking Cornelius and coming around from the back with some GFIs?
Yes.
Okay. My initial
It's
thought
one
was just
GFI.
going through the doors, but you're not going to get enough assists to do that well.
Yeah, and you can take Roddy White, and with 1 dodge and 1 GFI, you can have him as the assist potentially. Or you can take Garrett Gilbert and do 2 dodges for the assist.
One's
I can
through
see.
tackle, but yeah.
Or no, I meant 2 GFIs. You don't have to dodge. You can loop around Budacris.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He sees it, and if you know anything about this game now, he does
he's
the
doing
right
the same
play
thing I
and gets
do.
fucked.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right. So far, so good.
Oh
So
no!
far, even
That's
better.
fine, he hits it.
Oh, I don't know about that follow. Oh, that's rough.
Ooh.
That's a rough place for the ball to end up.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the man to do it. I mean, the amphib to do it.
That's not a
Yeah,
man.
but where you
That's
gonna
a skink.
go with it, right?
You just
Well,
pass
he
it.
can
You just
run
pass
one
it to
stick
Gilbert.
down and then just toss it to him.
Yeah, just pass it to Gilbert. We all know Nelphine's got a deep love for skink passing. He does it so often in ranked, obviously.
Oh, he's doing something else.
I think you just kind of blocked off your path
Yeah.
to go through, not tackle. If that made sense.
I mean, yeah, you did. That's the one spot you couldn't be. But if he's trying to hold things,
Just roll 6s.
Okay, so is this a toss or just a move? What is it?
Just a move.
Oh, I mean, they're still easy and easy.
You don't have a great option here. I mean,
But the punt would be a good option.
yeah, probably.
no, I mean
But you
it-
probably burn a reroll on it.
ooh, I don't.
No.
Burns a reroll anyway.
Yeah, I don't think you gain anything from moving because the runner can still just get to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a 2+. It's okay. Well, now it's a 2 die and a 2+. Well, no, I guess not.
It's guard.
I guess that is okay. But if you're gonna do this, why don't you just have Chris on the sideline as opposed to me and do these GFIs to get him down here?
Imagine if he
Denny
didn't buy that
Amendola
reroll
potentially-
beforehand, he'd be down to 1 reroll at this point.
Denny Amendola potentially gets to the ball now, and this leaves the runner up for recovering.
I mean,
He'd have to knock down the tree.
which isn't that? I mean, it's a 1 die even if Dauntless doesn't hit, so that's not too terrible.
Yep.
I mean, he has plays, but the good thing now, if you're
Oh man.
well, that makes things really interesting in a hurry. This next and doing it. I mean,
No.
Okay.
fucking Dauntless.
Oh, and now
Dauntless saved him.
Denny is gone. For the
No, I mean if that second block failed, or if Dauntless failed on it or something,
That would have been legendary.
that
Also,
could have
that would have
gotten
been game over.
hurry. But now, I mean, we'll see, right? It's a 55% to get the knockdown here on
How
2
did
dice,
someone know that?
because that's just what math is.
Oh, okay, he gets both of them.
Step next to sideline.
Yeah, hope
All
for
going out good for you.
a weird scatter.
Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah. Well,
You take that.
yeah. I
No,
mean,
you love that.
for
That's not
lizards.
recoverable.
Yeah.
I mean, right now you're just trying to burn time, right? The worst, you didn't want it somewhere where Elliot could just pick it up right after, right?
Yeah.
You wanted it to go. That's why you had to sit by the sideline. Now, obviously, out of the 3 directions, you would have if it went towards the other end zone, that would have been best. But this is a solid second best.
All right, we really need the tree hugger to stand tall. Well, yeah. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
What are we not doing?
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Serves it. Very served. Oof.
I mean, I don't hate that. There's just so much upside, right?
Yeah.
And there's very little downside if you just score one of those.
For some reason, I thought I saw foul action. I was like, what? Good job, Short Feet.
If you choose a foul option,
No, Sure Feet
and
works,
don't
but then he
foul,
GFI'd again.
it may give you additional power, you know.
OTS, Sure Feet worked. You're the one who decided to GFI again after it.
Oof. Staying firm.
Man, he's like, the stand firm's been doing work. It's almost like it's a good skill, Nelphine. Yeah, this is interesting though, right? Because like,
also need to note that huge stand up by Malcolm.
yes, him. Like Malcolm's so good in this matchup, just like eating players, right? Like I mean, they keep calling him a tree, and like he really is. Like the trees are good against dwarves because they take such a commitment, but this is a tree that doesn't root in his MA6. Like it's just such a good player.
Why is he a tree hugger though? Is there a background?
I think he came from Brohio. Yeah, BSU is Brohio State University. So he was literally a tree, and he grew a bunch of scales apparently.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, if he could have got a knockdown to free up, like his inability to free Weatherspoon has been kind of a problem, right? Like he really needs that one more source out in the field of play.
Yeah.
Also,
I can't believe they're nerfing the super secret minus AG injury on Sorai. Like that breaks my heart that you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's just they're nerfing that, they're nerfing shadowing, they're nerfing Hail Mary pass. I really feel like they're just trying to like, okay, what does Baza use? Okay, let's make that worse.
Sure. Good sidestep. He sees what Nelphine is trying to do. He still gets a 1D on this layer.
I would have considered not using stand from there, so you could stand up next turn next to the skink.
It's true.
Although that would have freed Weatherspoon, so maybe he wouldn't have followed. So never mind. I'm okay with how it is. Him being able to hold those sources has been pretty valuable.
Well, that's 4 turns now. He's holding those 2 swords.
Handoff.
How was he handing off to?
The other skink. Oh man. I think you had to let that one go.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
I mean, you're down to 1 reroll. This is becoming a problem. Like,
yes.
He would have 0 at this point normally.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
mission abort. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is quick. I mean, this is like, right. I mean, 1 reroll, you know.
This all goes back to putting those damn skinks on the line of scrimmage. Whose idea was that?
I mean, I don't know that that's like the big issue right now. I'm down for us to like just say that was the problem, but yeah, I mean now he's gonna take some more hits this turn. I mean, I think like if you're gonna roll that reroll, you had to go through and do the play.
Yeah.
You know, like you had to go for it. The reroll is only worth it if you're going for the home run. Otherwise, you just gotta let him hit the ground.
I mean, like you did get him away from the sideline and out of tackle, but man.
So if you can afford it and recover the ball and have 1 spare guy, you need to stick a boot into Buddha Chris.
I mean, no, you're not going to be able to. Like, there's just no way.
If it's
I mean, I do see a dwarf runner on the ground with nothing better to do.
Yeah, maybe. Nah, he will recover. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that picking up the ball might be more valuable.
It's about you have 3 turns left to score. It's about sending a message.
Look, this blocker should have been the fouler. Yeah. Yeah, this is where they
look, OTS, you may want to win this game by picking up the ball, but you can win our hearts forever by fouling Buddha Chris and killing him.
Their hearts are not worth anything.
So negative. No, the Slayer does it again. 4+. Easy.
Is he not going to try this time?
Coward.
Well, he's riding his dice now.
Yeah, he's not going to try because if he sculled out there, you could have blocked the Crocs free and blitzed around, and that would have been like potentially disastrous. Now, I mean,
that's a huge knockdown finally on that bastard. I have had so many issues with his like super line of scrimmage blockers, these stand firm, diving tackle, guard, mighty blow guys. Like it is infuriating to try to deal with the trio of those.
you just like don't block them.
I can't play
I don't
Wimpy
think
Slan.
he can get a shot at the ball this turn. A good one.
Can't. I mean, like this. That's why I didn't like that reroll last turn. Is this drives just?
Here's the thing: you do have a 1 die with the 2 skinks here if you want it.
Yeah, but don't you just really want to remove easy right now and block the path?
The thing you should do is probably just like run your good skinks away so they can't get hit, and then just live for overtime.
Oh,
but that's boring.
He does the skink thing. He does it. I like it, but yeah. Ooh.
All right, what are we doing here?
I think he tries to sneak an additional skink around. Don't know. No idea.
I mean, you're not blocking the blocker. Probably shouldn't block the Troll Slayer.
Yeah, he's going to blitz.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Where's he going to push him into, though?
Oh, man.
With the wrestle guy.
He goes for everything. He goes for it all.
And then he's going to go for the pickup with Buddha.
Yes.
No.
Oh, everything. Go. All in.
He added a GFI there for some reason.
Yeah, to avoid the tackle.
He gets it. Oh, what a terrible
he did avoid the tackle. No, this is fine.
He can punt it now. It's a chill. Punt it. He's not punting. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. But I think this was a punt.
I think you.
Yeah, probably. I mean, with 3 turns left, if you get it towards like the A of the logo or just like anywhere on column 9, that would have been so tough for the Dwarves.
Yeah, I mean that very quickly is turning into tough. But I mean, you're skink. Like even throwing it that far is like a coin flip best.
Yeah, he had a nice.
And you're in attack
coin flip to basically save your bacon. I'll take
that.
You're
in a tackle zone, so you got to roll 2 pluses to get out of it. I would have maybe handed the ball to Roddy White.
Probably not a bad idea. Granted, he gets hit next turn either way.
Tough for the Dwarves, man.
Yeah, maybe staying with just holding it right in that spot with Buda Chris would have been best, because then you could like sidestep towards all your players, and then like who knows where the ball goes. I mean, if the ball ends up in the Crocs' tackle zone, all of a sudden
you just get negative 2 died again.
But yeah, I think that Nelphine's not been playing this game like he's winning.
It just
like he's been playing like he's losing. Like he's now out of rerolls. Like, you know, I mean, he went from a situation where like, okay, worst case scenario, I go to overtime, and even if he removes a bunch of my players, if I win the toss, I win. To worst case scenario, I go to overtime and I have no reroll. So even if I win the toss,
who knows? I will say, these skinks getting blocked today has not worked out. This block and wrestle crew has kind of done their job.
Yeah, the Saurus not so much, though.
Roddy gets blitzed now. From a weird angle.
Save it.
He won't. He's not saving it.
Oh.
Gets the removal off the reroll. But yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, because like for him to sidestep onto the ball, then you just get more hits on him, right?
Yeah, and if he doesn't, then the ball's not marked.
Then like you're in the exact same position you are now. So that reroll, like, I mean,
that turned out pretty good for the Dwarves, but yeah.
Yeah. So as I said, this is a great matchup for the Dwarves.
See, you've given me all this evidence and like these numbers and like your experience through many, many more games than I played. But just recently, this is how it feels as Lizards. Like, you're doing fine, and then just everything starts going
this
wrong.
happens. Like, I mean, every game, like, there's 3 things, right? It's like, okay, you have the racial matchup, you have, you know, well, I guess 4 things. You have the racial matchup, you have the coach matchup, you have, like, how well each coach is playing, and then you have the dice, right? And, like, if any one of those is super extreme, it can make up for the rest. And, like, you know, I mean, these are both 2 good coaches, right?
Yep.
So... You know, okay, so it's just down to, does one of them make more mistakes than normal? And the dice, compared to the fact that Lizards are the better team, we're sitting here where like the Lizards have, had to use all their rerolls in the second half. They have 7 out, and we were like, a failed 2+ roll from. It's starting to look kind of hard for the Dwarves to win. But yeah, now Beauticris just needs to run away, and you need to live to fight another day. And that other day being in overtime.
So, like, later today?
Yeah,
okay.
Like this evening.
Do you even stand him up? Like, is it... Okay, I mean, OTS would foul at this point, just because that's such a valuable player, but...
Wait, Beauticris isn't on... oh, you mean the block tackle kick?
No, I meant...
Yeah,
right, Buddha is up.
Beauticris is standing, so yeah.
And not for long.
Nah, he's going to fail one of these dodges.
Yeah, and
then kill himself.
Yeah. Okay.
No!
I was about to say, if we...
The biggest upset of the game!
If we egads this guy too, that would be...
Oh man, that was so annoying for me because it was like, Asty's just cheering for it, and I'm just sitting here like, that's such a bad plan! And then it worked. So is he going to mark the bat here?
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like, you could have made that a 2+2+ instead of a 2+3+. There at the end.
I would ask how, but I've already forgotten, so...
It's because a GFI is a 2 and a dodge is a 3.
Yeah.
The Dwarves still need one go for it to score, so it makes it a little bit interesting there at the end.
He does have Surefeed, allegedly. But we already saw a couple turns ago where Surefeed didn't quite do the job.
Same difference, right? It's a reroll.
I mean, it did do the job, but then it wasn't there for the next time. He's not getting blitz with Buddha.
Gar, he's just done. He hopes for the ball in overtime. Wait.
I mean...
He can...
Oh, 2 get
one
blitz.
turn.
Oh,
yeah.
You say Brandon
Did
Marshall
you
can
get it
go
right?
get him. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, how do you lead, like... You can move 9. You should be able to at least, like, force some GFIs to do it. Go stand in the end zone. But you could have also just, like, ran away. I don't know. We'll see how overtime goes. If the Dwarves win, then we're going to have to talk to, like, 4 or 5 turns of inevitability. But if the Lizards win the toss...
We'll have to talk through 7 turns of inevitability.
I mean... Nah, you just got to roll 2.
Was that a blitz?
Yeah.
Well, if Buda dies,
Oh.
then yes. But yeah, like you couldn't have him be blitzed if you could help it.
Oh.
Okay.
You're okay with that? It's just a KO. But yeah,
Avoidable.
Ah, right, Gark. Yeah, you're correct.
all right, time to do the half die with Garrett. Why not?
You know,
Half die?
this
A
is
triple.
such a humbling game. I can sit here and be like, that wasn't a great play, or like, oh, you could have done this different, or you should have saved the reroll. I played like absolute shit for most of my playoff game earlier. It's so much easier when you're sitting up here in the booth.
Yeah, I didn't play. Shit, no.
No, like I'm actually like fine with this at this point. I mean, it's
What
just
if you,
because
what
OTS
if
has
you
no
go
one.
from the front though and try to push him backwards, make him do 2 GFIs.
Yeah, but
I mean, he has sure feet, so like that's a 3% boost, but it's a -3 die, so like you're less likely to get the push.
That's fair.
While this way, like on a 1 and 9, I mean, hey, it's something.
Hey, wait. He could secondary push him. Oh, he does. No, he doesn't see it. Oh. Okay, you do your go for it. Lose
You can still do it again? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if he snakes this, that
Literally was right in front of him for the taking.
Yep. It was a...
That's what they call free real estate.
Okay. Oh,
And he's
man.
going for a block. Oh.
we have seen a quad skull this.
Oh, man. Foul, dude.
Oh, okay. Now, based on those 2 removals, he's definitely due for a snake here. He is not due for a snake here. We do get one of the 4 KO
back.
Oh god!
But it is the most important one. Like it is the one that if you win the toss,
you still have a chance, a small chance, but a chance.
Nelphine, why would you say that? He wasn't going to put the stand firm on the line of scrimmage.
Basso is losing.
Bro, don't give away good information.
Yeah.
I mean, I think OTS is.
I mean, he's
smart
already
enough
put.
to-
But he originally, like, look at the guys on line of scrimmage right now. The two do not have stand firm.
Mhm.
Now, maybe that's going to change, but, like, would it have possibly not changed? Like, would OTS have sat and thought, oh, he only has 5, he can't one turn, and then not done it?
Maybe.
How difficult is a one turn with no reroll
And 5 players. It's not easy.
I mean-
I'll tell you that.
The 5 players actually, like, it doesn't matter all that much.
Okay, so you're moving
yeah,
9 side
two
steps,
pushes,
so
yeah.
we're not
Yeah,
doing-
like it. Yeah, that one's not too terribly bad.
Oh, he put.
But he did.
Oh,
He's
there's a hole. There's tackle. Okay, but yeah.
yeah, but he. I mean, he's left a chance.
Yep.
And
Like once again,
sometimes-
like if you had one reroll, that'd be nice. But hey,
At least he bought one to get to 4 for
Yes.
the game.
yes, if he did not buy one, we would be having way too much fun at his expense. I'm glad we aren't doing that.
Wait.
But yeah, no, okay,
can't-
like
This is
okay,
not
Stuff like
working
this,
yet.
yeah.
yeah, you
still-
can.
Still not
Oh.
correct.
Nope.
You're right. Oh yeah, you really need one more, don't you?
Oof.
No, you do it just do it in the middle. Whatever.
Isn't that the stand
Yeah.
firm guy?
Yeah, it is. Okay, just
Just what?
Alright, so I think you're going to have Koi come up and be the other assist guy.
yeah, you're gonna.
So you have to hope for like a shallow kick or out of bounds. Just shift the lizards up 1.
No, I think you just got to put Koi on the
You just hope for the bad kick?
on the line of scrimmage. Yeah, no, like you do it
he
like
has
when
break tackle.
you can hand off with Koi now, right? Like you do that a lot when you're 1-2 short. Is you do it in a way where the
Okay,
you
so
know,
you just pick
the guy
up
gives
and
you
first thing you do is hand off. to
yeah,
the-
because I mean it's a 2+ catch,
Yep.
but he's like even in a tackle zone, so it like doesn't matter.
Nice.
And
Oh, damn.
that's brutal. Because yeah, I mean that's not. I mean like if he gets a
I
push
mean, at
there,
that point, like it's a decent chance.
although he wasn't quite set up right.
Yeah, but he could fix it, right? With the break
Yeah, you
tackle?
just break tackle or you just roll a 6. You know. All right, this guy needs to die. Come on, just permanent. Ah.
Yeah. A shame, but maybe he gets another chance. In just
Oh
one
God.
turn. But this is
That-
terrible.
That
Outside?
right there was
Oh, game. It's game.
okay. That's game over.
Okay.
I mean, I guess he was like just trying to get him out, but
He's
I don't know. I mean, this game's over unless you get a blitz. But like even then, pretty
just
over.
one of the 3. Jeez.
It's over. I did it, Garg called it. Oh, come on, Garg.
I mean, my game wasn't looking good either. Then Stem snaked 2 pickups with a sure-handed catcher.
yeah, you also
Because I
had like
called it early.
players.
Right, but I'm giving a recent example of how a game's never over, even though it may appear to be.
I don't know why you're putting Beauty Chris down there. I mean, like you're not doing anything covering the whole field like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be
I mean-
scared off.
It doesn't really matter, but like
It's lizard ketchup now. So, man, wait,
Ketchup.
no, wait. This means I get who? Wait.
You get the
Stem?
lowest seed. Stem's the 5 seed, so you're getting old.
you get stem.
You're old.
Oh no. Oh no, not again.
You see, this was the problem.
Yeah,
you know,
Gruden-
you said you were going to start rooting for
Yeah,
OTS,
yeah,
And
you
so-
heard it. Yeah.
you know,
You reap
or you
what
said you were
sow.
going to start rooting. Wait. Yeah. So if OTS wins,
OTS's lowest seed. He grew faces
Yeah.
the lowest seed.
yeah,
And
and I
I
mean,
don't have a bad record against.
that would be
them,
an interesting
so-
game. I feel like Gru's done really well against Bash, but like, I mean, you know, like this amount of removal seems like it would be easier to get against apes, right? Like in theory.
Yeah.
It's theory, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like I cursed Nelphine a bit.
I don't know.
7
These
casualties.
wars
Maybe it's when he
against
tried
EA.
to do his own predictions and not just obey the Exxon predictions, and he
did.
put himself in the Super Bowl. That could be it.
Yeah, I mean, it's man, it's like, but he didn't even have himself winning the Super Bowl. Like, you either got to pretend to be humble or not, like one way or the other, right? But no.
Maybe he was being a realist. And you could make an argument that ATL could get to the Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah, you definitely could.
It's a touch bigger, right? Yeah.
Okay, I think this game is done. So let's. What do you want to talk about for the next 20 minutes?
I want to talk about when Stim asked if overtime was 4 turns or 8 turns. I was like,
yes,
I'm pretty sure he's joking with me.
I've watched him play like 8-turn overtimes before too. So I'm like,
well, it's weed, you know. Germans and their weed.
is a Stim like weed?
He probably was joking.
I mean, his team,
I'm assuming he was joking.
He also
His team is
blatantly
pretty
just like
much
straight up asked me if I was intoxicated when we were playing because I was moving so poorly.
Yeah, the turn he asked that on, I thought it was kind of funny. But I was also sitting here like,
No, he was 100% right.
X, this didn't quite make sense.
No, that's silent.
Even at the end, like, you put your guard on the wrong side. Like, if you put your guard in the back and then had tried to leap that your last line frog through on the front, then when you opened your cage, it would have been a 1 die on the ball instead of 2.
Yeah. Maybe I just don't understand having like strength 2 ball carriers without having strength 4 pieces to protect them. Apparently, it's just a mystery to me what to do.
Yeah, I mean, roll a bunch of plus strength. That's my advice.
I'm not sure I've rolled a single stat up on the frogs since I've gotten them. I've drafted a few. I'm not sure I've rolled one.
I don't know if you have either, but we could probably figure it out. We ain't got anything better to do.
Buddha lives for now.
No offense to those of you playing.
You know, this will actually be a really nice time.
It looks like you've only drafted them.
Yep. This would be a really nice time to have break tackle on that Croxagore.
Yeah, but like I like his Crocs better.
Oh, for sure.
But yes, it would be a very nice time to have it. But like, what are you gonna do? I mean,
granted, it would actually still just be a 1 die, but
Crocs can still get in contact with the ball, and
I mean, I might cage die for the Crocs anyway.
just roll 6s.
Just roll a 6.
Yeah. Just come through Brandon Marshall and tag the ball and hope for the best, I guess.
I guess you have this. And let's see if the Crocs can literally hold this guy here for 8 turns.
That would be the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
What?
oh man,
I don't understand.
Bro, there's just no good options at this point.
Yeah, but like, I just don't know why you're putting your skinks into contact at this point.
That's fair.
I just don't know like what that block gains, right? Like,
so why didn't OTS put anybody babysitting the Crocs there, just to avoid this one situation?
because it doesn't matter. Probably.
You can hand off to Elliot and just walk around up top and probably be
But
fine.
hey, if you snake,
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that about any tactical decision. It's like, oh,
I
you
mean-
just made the best move ever, but then you snaked.
yeah, but like if you're Nelphine here, I mean, like you're literally dealing with those kind of slivers of a chance,
That's true.
right? Like, literally a 3% fail is better than it looked like it was going to be a turn ago.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
Gark,
yeah,
I went into overtime and Stim had no rerolls, and I'm sitting there like, all right, let's make him throw a little bit of dice. And like that either I didn't pray hard enough or something. It didn't. That plan didn't work.
I mean, he failed some things.
Yeah, but not when he had no rerolls.
Yeah, no, he failed some things in overtime.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
You're probably right.
He had at least one double skull. I mean, it wasn't like, I mean, yeah, it actually like left open a possibility. He snaked. He snaked a dodge. That was it.
Sounds about right.
But with dodge, so like the no rerolls didn't matter. But hey,
You got me, Gark. He just did a GFI there.
yep. I mean, I'm okay with him trying to hurry up so that we can stop talking about the game.
We can talk about something else.
Oh, and does Buda die?
Die.
Badly hurt. Well, wow.
No. He's been knocked down multiple times without being removed.
It's true.
That's what?
It's just
4? Oh, no, I guess he did get the KO'd once. Okay, well, I mean, half die, blitz on the ball. Then,
Then Budacris does Budacris things.
yeah.
Without rerolls, yeah.
I mean, half die with wrestle, too. I mean, that's 25%.
Buddha has a diving tackle on him. Does it make it a 3+?
Yeah, and you can blitz. You can push me to the sideline, too, if you really want to. I don't know if you do. Well, you probably do. You'd rather the ball get thrown, like, somewhere else. Oh, I don't like that. It's not going to do anything. Here's a guy do the half dive.
Yeah, I mean, I understand you wanted him have him back there, but yeah, like if you don't get it with the skank, the game's over. So
yeah, I mean, like it's, I mean, maybe you're thinking if I get him back there, I can like cage dive the next turn, but I mean, he's just going to be able to mark you and make you dodge twice. I don't know that would be better. But yeah, I mean, this was, I think that. What do I think?
The dwarf formula worked in the long run.
It did. Like this was definitely rough. This was definitely rough for Nelphine. I do think that, like, I mean, OTS had his. I mean, both coaches had some of like, both coaches left a blitz on the ball. They just did not need to, and neither one really worked out for the blitzing coach. So that kind of evens out some. But overall, besides like those turns, I thought both like kind of did what they needed to most of the time, but like that, the removals just flooded in, which was OTS's victory condition. As I said, like it's get to overtime. If Nelphine has less than 9 players, you have a pretty good chance. And well, he had 6, which is less than 9, I believe.
That adds up.
But yeah, so OTS, we got Apes versus Dwarves, and we got High Elves versus Chaos, which are 2 pretty interesting games, really.
And no one cares about the AFC because they're behind.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go and like move teams around in the NFC now because Nelphine didn't win.
What?
Because I'm gonna have to like. This is gonna like take minutes of my time.
All right, congrats OTS representing the NFC East strong.
Well, hopefully this works.
If not, it'd be real awkward to have Meadow not placed him.
No, I mean I'll move it around regardless.
Okay.
If need be, I'll just start a new tournament. But hopefully, we don't need to do that.
I mean, Guard promised you could do it.
He did, and I believed him for reasons that I don't know, man. Like anybody who is that much of like a elf supremacist, I don't know if you can believe.
That's fair. All right, thank you, Menno, Baz, anyone else who was here. We watched a playoff game. I'll just leave it at that. It was.
Yeah, I mean, you got to kind of feel for Nelphine. That's like 2 playoff games in 2 weeks, and in 2 different leagues in a couple of weeks. We're just no chance. I called you an elf supremacist, Skark.
Yeah.
The thing is, Nelphine has now the biggest monkey on his back that I have ever seen. It's just.
Oh no,
terrible.
no, MRT for sure.
I don't know. I think there's somebody else who I've seen lose like 5 title games between NCBB and NBFL. Also lost a major final. So I think that monkey might be a little bigger. I respect trying to pawn it off on Nelphine. Like I do respect it.
Speaking of big monkeys, we got the Dwarves versus the Apes next week. Transition.
Look at that. Look at that. Just nailing it.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We will catch you. What time's your game tomorrow?
Let me check.
Okay.
9?
9 Central?
9.
Oh,
9
perfect.
Central.
I work till 8 in theory, so I might be back in time.
It's the biggest monkey I've ever seen because you don't see your own monkey in your back.
Me? Trust me, I know all about it.
No, you don't see it. I mean, you look forward, right? So that's the biggest I can see, okay? If you see a bigger one on my back, yeah, it can be.
I mean, last I checked, I got a trophy case.
Fair enough. All right, gents. Take care.